What's up, YouTube? Scott Lett here, owner of Iron City Power Washing. It's Sunday, and we had a lot of unexpected things come up that are good. So, the first Sunday of every month, we do some maintenance cleaning for a hospital. So we did that this morning. One of our allies, who is also a competitor, but me and this particular guy are good friends. He's actually going to be coming out with his drone tomorrow night, working with my business partner in Lead Tech, which they're going to be off tomorrow during the day. I'm going to be completing school jobs. And then my business partner got a last minute job at his gym. So he cleaned a gym this morning. And then I just went to my new house and cleaned the roof. So we have been all over the place today on a Sunday. Now, normally we take weekends off unless we just have to work. We're real big on family time. I'm real big on being home with my family. But ended up being a very profitable Sunday. So our Lead Tech is in Huntsville right now, helping our ally. His name's Andy. Really good dude, man. He's salt of the earth type guy, but he has a drone. He goes out of state a lot to do a lot of drone work. And you're probably wondering, Scott, why don't you guys buy a drone? One, they're like 60, 70 grand. You have to get a license, and there's just not a whole lot of drone work opportunity in Birmingham. And, and I don't mean this in a arrogant way. We've got enough work with just flat work and soft washing and keeping our feet on the ground to where, I'm happy with where we're at. We are growing, we're scaling with, the business. So I don't really feel like it's a need to really go buy a drone. Plus, I don't think I would really have the time to learn how to fly the thing. Anyways, that's not the point of this whole video. But we have a super busy week. I think it's like a $25,000 week coming up, which is really good. And usually July and August, those are our most profitable months. So we have a really busy week. We have a lot of night work coming up. We've got schools that need to be done. A lot of residential work this week too. So we're going to be slam packed this week with some work. But what I want to talk about is allies, man. I think, there's kind of a, not saying it's a bad thing. I'm kind of known as the guy who helps all of his competitors, and everyone thinks it's a conflict of interest, and it's stupid. But I've told you guys why I like to help people, because they're going to call on me when they need help, and there's going to be jobs where I'm going to need help on. Some of the guys that I've helped along the way that are not as experienced, when they can't do a job that's too big, they usually call me to come help or do the job, and then I can give them a kickback. I'm just real big on having allies. I mean, you're going to need help at some point in your career with your business from another company. And you want to have guys out there that are going to call on you. And we get called quite a bit from people to come help them on jobs. We're helping Andy today. Andy's helping us tomorrow night, Do I have some companies here in Birmingham that I don't really care for? Sure. I think that's normal, okay? Those are the ones who are building their business in a dishonest manner. A lot of them have fake reviews. They don't really have the work they display, and they like to run that mouth. Those are the ones I really don't care for. But if you let those things bother you, which they don't bother me, that's your own fault. So I think I made a video not too long ago about just focusing on what's in front of you, your milestones, right? Your goals, your gross revenue. What are the things you can focus on to get better each and every year? And that's what I learned and taught myself to just worry about. I don't follow any of my competitors on Facebook. They all add me. They probably see my work. They probably see all the things we do. But I go and say, I unfollow them. I don't unfriend them. I really don't care to see what they're doing. Hey, if they get a $100,000 parking deck or a hospital job, congratulations. I just remove all distractions out of my way so I can fully focus on what needs to be done for Iron City Power Washing. But guys, it's okay to make friends with competitors in your area. It's okay to have allies. Allies have brought us a lot of work. Allies have helped us get a lot of big jobs done. So make friends. There's nothing wrong with that. It's only going to make your reputation better. It's only going to make your business better. It's just a good thing to have. It's good to have guys in your corner. Another thing I want to talk about. Again, this doesn't bother me. I'm just letting you guys know. At the end of the day, when I finish these jobs, you know how many things I want to fix? 0. I don't want to fix anything. So for you guys who are commenting, oh man, you should have gotten the Flow Pro. No, not doing that. I can downstream with my M5 twist, my shooter tip, and then I can swap over to my X-Jet nozzle that doesn't pull chemical and rinse with it. It's the same thing as a Flow Pro. Plus, I was interested for about 2 or 3 days with the Flow Pro because it was new, it was hyped up. But I see a lot of people saying those things break, because guess what? It's involved with SH. So I just keep multiple downstream injectors on my truck. I keep the springs, I keep the little beads, and I can fix a downstream injector in no time. But anything electrical, it's gonna mess up. I don't care how fancy you think you are and how great you think you are at fixing things. You're gonna be fixing a lot of stuff. Like my business partner's like, I'm getting these electric hose reels. I said, okay, sounds good. You let your truck get rained on all the time, and those solenoids, the electrical components, are gonna go bad. Oh no, they're gonna be fine. Dude spent half a day trying to fix his electric hose reels. I'm over there just pumping. I'm done. I don't have time to fix things. I'm not gonna waste time fixing things. If I gotta take a few extra steps and get home and get in my truck every single day, the one thing I may have to replace is my 12-volt pump or charge a battery. I don't have electric hose reels. I don't have Flow Pros. I don't have GoPros. I don't have all the fancy stuff. All right. I have nice surface cleaners. We got the high-low surface cleaner. We got mini Mondos. We've got nice machines, Honda GX 690s. We've had 10 gallons, but we love the 8s. The 8s are just, they're good. We love our 8s. When we show up with our 8 gallon per minute machines and we work together, man, we cover some ground. Our lead tech has the 24-inch ground force, and he absolutely loves that thing. So mini Mondos, ground force, anything Whisper Wash really is a good surface cleaner. But guys, if you're looking for a channel that's fancy and has all the bells and whistles and all these things, you haven't found this isn't the right channel for you, because we're not fancy. We just show up and work hard. We work together. That's where we cover our ground. I've mentioned before, if I was a one-man operation, I would probably have a Flow Pro. I'd probably have the MoFlow. I'd probably have all these fancy things to keep my body fresh. But the way we do that is working together with all of our rigs, showing up, knocking out 4 to 5 jobs together. It keeps our morale up. It's safer to work together. We've got really good equipment. We just don't really have all the fancy things. Don't need them. So you guys can get on here and say what you want to, because you're either insecure or, when you bash people, it's probably because they have something you don't. That's what I've learned. So I don't go on other people's channels and bash them, because I don't really care. I'm not going to bash them. It's a waste of my time. It's a waste of my energy. If they want to do things a certain way, as long as they're doing good work and they're getting paid and they're keeping their customers happy, that's all that really matters. All right. The best part about being your own boss is you get to create a system that you perfect in your own manner, in your own way, in your own system. Because speed doesn't come from having the fanciest equipment. Speed comes from creating your own system and way of doing things to get a great end product and mastering it. Trust me, I've had some fancy stuff, all right? But it's all about the system. It's all about how you set up your job site. It's all about how you premeditate on your steps, your next step. What am I going to do next? You know, and then it becomes just a natural second nature on how you take on a job. Okay? And then once you mastered your way of doing things and you get efficient at that, because I tell my business partner all the time and our lead tech, you are taking too many trips to the truck. You need to stage your job site, and the only time you're going back to your truck is when you're turning off your machine or turning it on. All right? I will tell you this. We are going to add remote start to our machines. Being able to just press a button, start up our machines. I think that's pretty awesome. Okay? That's something we might do. So, anyways, guys, I just want to hop on here and tell you guys, having allies is a really good thing. Going out there and making enemies and trying to beat your chest and boast about your business and think you know everything and thinking you're the best, that's not going to get you many allies. I see so many posts here in Birmingham about guys saying they're number one, they're the best, you know, yada, yada, yada. Just like, okay. You know, it's their ads. That's in their ads. It's such a bad look. It really is. Now, what they post on their personal page and their business page, like I said, I don't follow that, but I see it in their ads. Any company who has to say they're number one, far from it, guys. Stay humble, work hard, focus on what's in front of you, let the Lord lead your business, make allies, go make some friends, work together, collaborate. Collaboration happens at the top. Scott Lett, Iron City Power Washer.